Hello, raw food rehabbers. It is Thursday, July the 30th, and we're in the middle of week 9 of our raw food rehab experiment. And I just wanted to say how much I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. It really means a lot to me, and I thank you for that. If you've already logged on to Raw Food Rehab today, you have noticed that on the very front page, the feature video, if you will, is a life-transforming story of my friend Wendy D, who she and her husband Jim run a website called purejivan.com, which you can find that website printed there right underneath the video. And Wendy is a very precious person in my life, and I have been following her journey, and she has made a real impact on me as, you know, just on a personal level as well as from the, you know, the whole raw food perspective. She is a true light in this world, and I just want to encourage you, if you haven't had an opportunity to watch her video, it's not that long, but you better have some Kleenex near you, because I have a feeling some of you rehabbers might be a little bit like me, and you may end up crying, because it is such a heartwarming, wonderful, wonderful story of encouragement. So check her out. And for those of you watching on YouTube, I'll be sure to put that link to her YouTube video so that you can see that. A couple things today. Okay, first of all, I had one of our members who's not really quite been as active, write to me about her concerns with, I think, what her interpretation of what we're actually doing here in raw food rehab, and that concern may be that maybe she hasn't really read all of the threads and everything, which I can certainly see how things are going to fall through the crack. But I wanted to, for the record, make sure that everybody who is part of this experiment understands that I by no means am telling you that you absolutely need to be 100% raw. That's not my program. That's not what I'm writing in the book, and I think that most of you are clear on that. But the book is actually being written from an 80-20 perspective, 80% raw and living foods and 20% other, which other can be whatever other works for you. That's just for the cleanse. I mean, it's just if you're wanting to do a raw food cleanse, which is what the book is about, that's what I'm talking about. And so if you are a vegetarian, a vegan, or if you still include cooked animal protein in your diet, that's totally up to you. And I am certainly not one to judge, nor will I ever judge you for that. I am not, I'm not rigid like that, because, I mean, it's not my place to choose what other people do. I'm trying to teach from a perspective of what is going to give you the best results on your cleansing and healing and detoxifying of your body. And I think that an 80-20 approach is something that I think it's doable for a lot of people, especially during maybe a 3-day, 7-day, 14-day, or 28-day cleanse. It may not be something that someone can maintain for an extended period of time, but it is a way to drop weight, and it is a way to cleanse your body. So for the record, I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands where I'm coming from and where this book is going to be coming from. Now, if you're 100% raw, total high five on that, okay? Because that works really, really well for so many people. And I know even myself, I do best when I'm 100% raw. Does that mean that I'm a vegan? No, it does not. I cannot testify that I'm a vegan because occasionally I do have raw cheese, and at Thanksgiving I eat my dad's turkey, and occasionally I will have a bite of very lightly seared salmon with my husband. And so, no, I'm not a vegan. And so a lot of people get a little testy about that, but that's just what works for me in my life right now. And, you know, in a year or two from now, I may feel totally different, and it's a journey that we're all on. So today I did something that I wasn't really planning on doing, but I've posted section 2 of the Life Cleanse recipes for detox for life. These recipes are some that I really think might be very helpful to some of you who are really struggling to stay 100% raw. Because it may be that your family is just not into that. And maybe it's becoming more and more increasingly difficult for you to implement 100% raw into your daily life. If you're doing great with it, I certainly don't want you to backtrack. But if you're struggling, I would like for you to go to the, I believe I've brought my little laptop in here with me, so let me scroll up. I think you will find it, yes, under Life Cleanse Recipes up along the top. And, you know, I've already posted all of the recipes for the 4 different cleanses that will be in the book. And now today I'm sharing with you the recipes that I'm thinking of putting into the book. And I'm certainly not finished with them. And I'm certainly not married to any of those recipes. But that will give you an idea of when I'm talking about 20% other foods, these are foods that I really feel like are not going to mess up your cleansing process. So check it out. See what you think. I'm happy to have feedback, but I'm just telling you this is, you know, again, I've been commissioned by a publishing company who wants a specific type of book written, and that's what we're doing. So those of you who are participating in the raw food rehab are varying degrees of raw. Some of you are 100%, some are 85 to 95%, some are struggling and maybe they're at 50 to 75% raw, and that's okay. It is absolutely fine with me because the research I'm doing is going to be, you know, what are the results that someone who is maybe 50% raw, what results did they experience as they changed their diet and transitioned more raw foods into their diet? And then maybe someone who's gone gung-ho, whole hog, 100% raw, overnight, what kind of things are they experiencing? How much weight loss? You know, what's the difference? What is the overall difference in their well-being, their energy level? All those things. That's what I'm looking for. So, check that out and see what you think about it. Watch Wendy D's video. And I also noticed a couple of you guys have gotten with it already and have done your tour de frobe. Carla, your kitchen's tiny, and I'm so impressed with what you've done in there because I've lived in many an apartment kitchen that's probably that size or smaller, and so you're making it work for you. And that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I mean, you guys don't go clean your kitchen, don't go clean your pantry. I mean, just what you all are doing right now is awesome. Melody has posted a photo stream of some pictures that she's taken of some of her gadgets, and it looks like she's made this really very cool collage of different pictures that she's pulled off of different raw food websites, and I was just like, I want to do that. It really inspired me to do a photo collage of all my favorite raw food personalities and all my favorite raw food dishes. Maybe do another one, like right now I'm really hitting the juice very heavy because I feel like I've got some real serious, deeper cleansing work that I'm trying to do right now. And so sometimes looking at the food pictures are tough. I know Wendy Smiling said, yeah, it's so hard looking at all this great food, all this great raw food. And she's really working the liquid diet right now too, trying to heal some things that have been going on in her body. So, you know, if that's where you are, find really cool pictures of green juices and smoothies and different things that you're incorporating and put those pictures in front of you to entice you and inspire you to get more creative in your juicing or your smoothie making. So, yeah, I just would love to hear from you today. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, what your impressions are, what ideas you might have that might help others. Here, we have 18 days left officially in our raw food rehab experiment, and we're counting down, and we're going to make every single day count. So I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.